Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot this morning. It's the basic Rider-Waite Tarot. Thank you so much for all your love and appreciation. I've had so much stuff going on in the last few days. It's been crazy. So it's sort of good to get back and feel, I don't know, excited by the journey. All right, let's have a look where we're going here. Don't forget, I'm in Unanderra on the last couple of days of July. It is the last weekend in July. I'll be doing readings there for the 2 days. So if you're interested in joining me, I'll give you how to book on my Facebook page when we get a little closer. All right. Okie dokie. You know, it's really funny because when I was shuffling, the Ace of Swords jumped out of the deck and I thought, wow, that's quite interesting to see it sort of jumping out like that. And now I've got the King of Swords. I feel like some sort of truth is coming to light here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, or you could be that person yourself. Don't forget, you know, very often if a card comes up sort of representing a sign, it's often an indication for you that something is perhaps a little closer than you thought it was, or a little bit more important than you thought it was, especially with that sword. But I feel like with the Ace of Swords coming out, jumping out, there's some sort of truth coming to light. Now, for some of you, you may be going through court issues. The King of Swords very often represents a lawyer for me. But I'm feeling really strongly this is something to do with some sort of truth, something coming to light, something that perhaps you've missed or you haven't been privy to. Sometimes I feel we're not shown things because we're not ready. You know, sometimes when people come back to me and say, your reading was really accurate, but you missed this really important thing, I think, did I miss it or was I meant to miss it? Maybe there was something you needed to learn from that. So I have a feeling something like that is happening because you have the Fool card behind that. Now, the Fool card talks about taking a leap of faith, but it also talks about being foolish or missing something or not being privy to something, perhaps making a foolish decision with that sword there. But there is something here that makes me feel like you feel that you've got to make a brand new beginning, but you've got to do it by getting over the very thing that you've missed here. I'll get into that a little bit deeper. All right, so we're going inside to have a look. I feel like, quite honestly, I feel like you've missed something that is about to be shown to you or somebody's about to tell you, and you are going to be quite sort of, I don't know whether it's shocked or dismayed at the fact that you missed something that was so important. Because this Hermit card says to me, you're going right back inside. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Look, for some of you, this could be a brand new journey. It could be that you've found something out about somebody you're dealing with. For some of you, you may have separated or caught a separation because of something that you found out. But it's like you found the truth of something and it's leading you to a brand new journey. Feel like you were meant to learn, but maybe you just wouldn't have listened. You know, I think sometimes when people tell us things, if we're not ready to hear it, sometimes we can get into a little bit of denial about it. So I'm feeling really strongly that might be what I'm talking about here, but let's dig deeper. Right, so we have the Chariot. The Chariot card is the card of Cancer, and it does talk about forward movement, but as you can see in a lot of the decks, the Chariot is not moving. And the idea is that the Chariot will move forward once you have everything in order. I feel really strongly here that you may be in the position where you're just about to find something out, or you're actually stuck with that Hermit card there. So it may be that you've either just heard some information and maybe you're investigating, but you're not quite ready to move forward here. Okay, look at that, the Justice card. There's definitely some sort of truth that's going to bring a lot of balance back into your life. I feel like somehow or another here, there is something that you need to hear that you've been blind to before. Okay, maybe there's a third party for some of you. Maybe you didn't know somebody else had something else going on. Sometimes this could be not so much another person, but a situation that you weren't seeing. Perhaps somebody's been sort of plotting or planning here in the background and you haven't been privy to that. You're going to find out. You're going to work it all out though, because we do have the Justice card here. So rest assured, whatever this is for you, you're going to see it very, very shortly, if you haven't already. All right, so for some of you, this has something to do with your family home. Maybe it is a divorce or a separation for some of you. I feel like for others of you here, I am talking about something that's going to free you up. I feel like this is good. It doesn't feel like it's weighing you down or it's negative. It's almost like you've got the answer to something here that perhaps you weren't seeing before. There it is right there. You've got communication coming in. It could be from somebody who's coming up as a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This could be somebody else's partner here. So perhaps somebody else is giving you insight into something. Many of you may be dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries here. There's definitely communication coming through. And I feel like somehow or another, you're focusing on leading yourself out of a situation. So whatever this is, it's very much this energy that finding this out is going to lead you down a different path in a new direction. I like it because you seem to be very focused here on what you want. It's like somehow you're getting the answer to something that you weren't seeing before that is the key to something else. Let's just put some more cards on. Yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made about an ending. Yeah, there's definitely an ending here with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I'm really curious, so I'm going to get some more cards. I feel like some of you may be dealing with a lawyer here, but Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We do have the Fool card coming through saying that there's some sort of new start here, and I do see the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're moving away from something and focusing on a brand new path here, because of some news or information that appears to be coming here. Now, when I see the Eight of Wands like that, I feel like for some of you, this is only in the next 8 days. So whatever this is, it's going to be quite life-changing for you. Whatever this information is, if it pertains, for example, to your work, you might hear about somebody that you're working with who's done the wrong thing and is getting sort of ushed out. It may sort of mean that you get the opportunity to step up, because I do see endings coming through here. But what it makes me feel like is somebody isn't being upfront with something with you. And I feel like somehow or another it's going to force you into making some sort of decision here and completing this cycle, whatever it is. So let's get some more cards. Nine of Cups. See, that's what I said to you. I do not think this is a bad thing. Nine of Pentacles coming through. 2 nines denoting the end of a cycle. I feel like for some of you this definitely has something to do with work. But I also feel for others of you, because you're coming up with this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, that there is an energy here that whatever you've been working on with yourself is helping you to see things very differently. You know, I always talk to people about learning to see things from an objective perspective or from an observer perspective rather than through your emotions. It is very helpful when you're dealing with people to see things for what they are rather than what you're reading into them. And this is what it feels like here. I feel like for some of you, I'm talking to people who become so aware on their journey. Maybe you're looking back at something here and learning something new that's leading you in a whole new direction. I feel like for some of you it may be letting go of something, but whatever this is, it's entirely karmic. So for me, that really means that despite sort of the heartbreak, you're bringing in this brand new stability. It could be with a person. It could be that you're hearing something about a person that changes your view on them. But I feel like this is a good thing. I don't feel it's a bad thing. I feel like something is definitely coming to light here that's going to change your complete perspective on things. And because of that, you've got like the Nine of Cups coming through. So whatever this is, it's definitely got a good outcome. Let me just put some more out. There's forward movement. There's a lot of energy around a truth being revealed. 4 of Pentacles. You may be letting go of a maybe that's what it is, because the Page of Pentacles is here, right? It could be that you're seeing the truth of something you've been doing for so long and you haven't seen it. You know, when we have that sort of way of thinking or doing things, and then all of a sudden somebody says something and you think, wow, why couldn't I have seen that before? But you weren't ready. It may be something about yourself, like maybe realizing how powerful you are, or how you have the ability to manifest something. And maybe for some of you, this is a call about work. If it's coming through in the next 8 days. So it's something very quickly. Maybe you're getting launched on something here to do with your work. Maybe you've been doing something for a really long time here and haven't realized how to do it differently. It's like you may have been stuck in a certain way of thinking, being, doing without realizing it. If you're in the process of separation or struggling in a relationship, I feel like here there's a possibility you could move forward with your person, but maybe you have to see something differently about yourself. Maybe it's not quite ready to come through. You know, so often we get into relationships and we immerse ourselves in the relationship and we forget who we are as a person. And maybe that has something to do with it, especially with that 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Something you're seeing here, because I see you very focused on your own development here. Whatever it is, it's going to be a really, really nice outcome. But I feel like it's going to be a bit of a shock to learn or hear about it. All right, let's have a look at an elemental oracle card for you. Oop. Come on, play. Oh, there it is. Oceans. You know, we had that card out the other day. And it talks about being brave. And the cave, my goodness gracious, that is so bizarre. We've had both those cards out in the last few days. So I feel like something is coming to a head here. Okay, and passion. All right, let's read them all together. Nice to go straight to the page. That was the first card, and I feel like this came out about 3 or 4 days ago. And it says, go forth and explore. You won't see much if you keep the shore always in sight. Be brave in your choices. This is not the time to be fearful. Someone who is close to you has a hidden side, and it is best to be mindful of this in your decision making. So there is the truth coming to light. Okay, number 14. Actually, I might read the cave next because it's come up next. You are loved and protected in your endeavours. Know yourself. Taking silent time is good for your mental health. Retreating after periods of extreme hard work is a positive. Be embraced by nature. So again, this energy of something to do with you, realizing something about yourself. And this was the third one that came out. The soul. What is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive. So I feel like here, especially because these 2 cards have come out in the last few days, that maybe this has been a little bit of a journey for you. Maybe you're starting to understand your own potential here. I feel like that scares you at some level though, especially, you know, when you have a lot of passion or you have a lot of drive for something, you may be sort of worried about taking it forward, that you don't have the capacity. But the universe is protecting you here, and it's just asking you to go forth here with these cards and just sort of embrace what's coming your way. I know a few people have said the last few days how much the readings have resonated. I feel like especially seeing these 2 oracle cards both come out in a reading where we've had them both in the last week. I might just do one more thing. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to read an energy oracle card as well, because I feel like somehow or another I might need to clarify this for somebody. Okay, yin yang, keeping balance. Okay. It's the card 22 if you're seeing numbers too, by the way. Passive, active, intuitive and logical. Now you remember during the reading I said to you, you need to be really objective and logical Don't look at things always through your emotions because you make them subjective that way. This card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into or out of your experience. It heralds a yin cycle, where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activity. It's an especially good time for completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. So whatever it is, you're being asked to really sit back and watch what's going on. I feel like if you do that, whatever the answers are you're seeking are going to come to you. And I feel like they're going to be quite impacting when they do, because I feel like it's something that's coming in as a real truth for you. I'll leave you with it. Thank you.